Okay, well, it's been a minute since I've made an update video, so I just wanted to come on and let you guys know what I've been doing. I have been really busy. Um, Still trying to go about getting my social media presence bigger, and but trying to make sure I do it with true people. And I could have easily went and got one of those Twitter accounts where they just automatically bump a whole bunch of people to your Twitter to follow you, but I actually want it to be people who are actually interested in what I'm doing, as well as me being interested in what they're doing. I'm going to try to make this video short because I do have somewhere I need to be. But basically I am working on meeting like-minded people, getting followers, following people who I could learn something from. So it's going slow but steady. And so if you remember last time I was on, I showed you my little notebook that I had gotten, and it was empty that day because I had just bought it. And now I have these tabs, and I try to work on different things every day. There is a lot. It's still just me, a one-woman team. I am trying to go about meeting people who would just be just as determined in getting this movie made as I am. But it's kind of hard sometimes because with me being such a introvert and a hermit, it's not the easiest thing for me to get out and meet people, but I'm trying. So I'm going to be trying to get someone that will be just as determined as I am. But anyway, just to go over some of the tabs that I have in here, I have it broken down on insurance because I do want to have insurance because there are a couple of scenes in my movie or in the film that are action-packed. Plus, you want to be able to cover any equipment that's broken, or if anyone gets hurt, or if you damage property, you want all that covered. Trying to determine the minimum amount of crew members that I would need to still get the look that I want. You still have to think about makeup and hair, cinematographers, and you have assistant camera people, graphers, key grips, best boys, script supervisors, production stills, production designers, a publicist, a runner / driver, sound recordist, editor. Like, it's so many people that go into making a film. So I'm trying to think of looking for someone who can kind of multitask, like someone who can be a grapher and a key grip instead of having them individual. Things like that, and what I could do myself. Let's see. Still breaking down my script and working on that. I'm working on getting a website. I have a blog now. I believe the little icon is on my channel, so you can click on that. It's WordPress, and just where I'm documenting, my journey to getting this film made. The last two posts I think were about a website. I was trying to do a website and I came up with something, but I couldn't get it to go connect right. And so I kind of have a friend who's kind of helping me with the website right now because I really don't know what I'm doing with that type of stuff. I'm trying to do as much as I can cover myself, but you don't really want to waste time on stuff that you really don't even know what you're doing, and that's basically what I was doing. So I'm trying to get some assistance with that. I am still I'm using Google Earth to try to pinpoint areas that I would like to use for location, and then when I do get the funds, going to that area and renting maybe a house, because there are quite a few scenes that are in Alexandria and Derek's, those are two main characters' home. So, I was told that it would just be best to rent a home and decorate the rooms how I want instead of trying to, instead of trying to rent someone else's home that they're already living in. It'd just be better if I can try to rent a home for a week, which makes sense, but the layout that I wanted, like I don't, in Illinois, a lot of times you have the garages detached from the house and kind of behind the house or separate from the house, but I need if there is a garage, I need it to be right next to the house. Little things like that. But still breaking down pre-production, trying to budget, different things to think about when budgeting. You got your craft services, you got your, whether you're going to rent or buy a camera. People are saying that it's a lot easier to just buy a camera and then sell it. Like if you pay $10,000 for the camera and then you sell it for $8,000, but then I'm thinking about, what if you can't sell it? Like if everybody's doing that, isn't there just an abundance of resold cameras? Like, I don't know. I'm still researching that. Taxes, that's another thing. When you're doing crowdfunding, you really want to think about the taxes. Of course, you want to take out what like Kickstarter or Indiegogo charge, but then you also have to think about the state, local, and federal tax. There's 3 taxes, that you have to think about as well in your budget. So don't forget those taxes, because you would hate to have to be paying out of pocket. What's something else? Yeah. So errors and omissions insurance, because I want my movie to go to theaters. So errors and omissions insurance is something that you want, because that will cover any lawsuits that might come up. If you make a character and it just so happens that your character's name matches somebody else's name, and then they're like, oh, well, that's my name. Errors and omissions will cover that. But they say the earlier you get it, the better. Because if someone comes after you and they say, say you don't have errors and omissions insurance, and someone comes to you and says, you're using my something, and you mean, you caught my business in your shot. You didn't get permission to use my business in your shot. You have to either go back and reshoot that. And if you try to get errors and omissions insurance after the fact, you have to disclose to them, okay, there's someone who's saying that they're going to sue me for their, store being in my shot. And errors and omissions will be like, okay, well, we'll cover you for everything but that. If someone's already coming after you, there's nothing we can do. But we can cover you for anyone else who may come after you in the future. And you really don't want that. So they say the earlier, the better. And I think errors and omissions insurance is averaging about $3,000. They also say script clearance. I'm still researching that one. And what else? And I'm doing backstories for my characters, because what I'm thinking that I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my first set of auditions over 3 separate weekends, Saturday and Sunday, over Skype or FaceTime to narrow it down, because I did find a place in Chicago where I can rent, but because I am going to be coming out of my own pocket, the money that I'm using to rent this isn't going to be from the funds that I get for the movie. This will be from out of my own pocket. So I figure it would be better to rent that space and have people who I already know that I'm interested in, who already seem like a fit for the movie, and then they just come there. So I can kind of weed out the people who aren't really going to make the cut. So I'm thinking about scheduling appointments over the next few weekends, not this coming weekend, but the weekend after that, to hold Skype auditions. You would still have to live in Illinois, because you have to be able to get to the actual, second and third audition or whatever. And I'm still networking and also budgeting. I'm also working on my rewards, because you do want to have rewards when you do Kickstarter or Indiegogo, because most people aren't just going to give you money. They kind of want something in return. So you want to think of things that encourage people to back your dream, but they do get something out of it, like a digital download or DVD. I'm also designing a poster and t-shirt to go with the crowdfunding campaign. And then I'm also thinking of including some props from the film. Those will be limited edition thingies. So that's some of the stuff I'm working on right now. I'm trying to keep, oh, I ran over 10 minutes. Oh, but there's so much going on. And so, you know, click subscribe, follow me. You know, if you have a project going on, let me know. I can definitely follow you as well. And I will be coming back to make another video when I do the, when I start holding the auditions, just to tell you a little bit more about the movie. I have determined, I think it falls in the category of a psychological drama / thriller. I told my mom about I told my mom the storyline, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, where did you come up with such a morbid idea?" My morbid child. It's not morbid, it's not graphic, but it is it's intriguing. I find it very intriguing, but of course I wrote it, so it's my baby. So yeah, let me shut up. I gotta go. Thank you for watching. Click subscribe, follow me. You can go to my about page on this YouTube channel, and it's got the it'll link you to my Twitter, my Facebook, my WordPress, my Instagram, my Pinterest. So thanks for watching. Bye.